Keywords are another type of metadata that can help you find the images that you want to work with. Depending on the types of projects you work on, you may decide to add several keywords per image, or you might only need one or two. For example, a photographer who's shooting stock will want to add a lot of keywords to their images so that other people can search on those keywords to find the images. Whereas a portrait photographer might only add the client name and the type of session, such as an engagement session, to their keywords. In order to make sure that we're all viewing the same workspace, let's click where it says Essentials at the top, and then use the drop-down menu to reset the workspace. Now, I don't need to see the preview, so I'll double-click on the Preview tab in order to collapse it, and I don't need to see File Properties, so we'll click on the triangle to collapse that as well. In the IPTC Core area, you can see that I can add a keyword by just clicking to the right of the keyword. But before I add a keyword, let's go ahead and select all of my images. So with the first one selected, I'll hold down the Shift key and select all of the images. Now I'll add my keyword. In this case, I'm just going to add the word Beijing, and then I'll click on the check mark in order to add that. If I want to add keywords to a limited set of images, then all I need to do is select that set, and then click again in the keyword area. I'll type a comma in order to separate the keywords, and this time I'll type in Forbidden City. Again, I'll click on the check in order to apply that. Then I'll select the rest of the images here, and we'll add another keyword. In this case, Lama Temple. Again, I'll click the check mark, but this time when I click the check mark to apply it, if you look in the lower left-hand corner, you'll notice that Bridge presents an icon to tell me that the information is being embedded in the images. So this is one way that you can apply keywords using the metadata panel. But there's also a keywords panel. So let's deselect all of our images and then click on the keywords panel. Because we don't have any of our images selected, it doesn't look like we've added any keywords. But if I do select all of my images, you can see that we've added 3 other keywords. If I want to promote these keywords so that they show up like the other default keywords, all I need to do is drag them out of the other keywords area. If I click and drag down and then release my mouse, you can see that it's become a keyword that's going to be permanent. Now I can also decide if I want these 3 keywords to be at the same level or if I want to create a hierarchy. And there is an advantage to creating a hierarchy. A hierarchy will allow me to apply more than one keyword at a time. So let's go ahead and drag the Forbidden City keyword into the Beijing keyword, and I'll do the same for the Lama Temple. Now it looks like they've disappeared, but if I use the disclosure triangle, we can see that those keywords are now permanent, and they're both sub-keywords of the parent keyword Beijing. If I want to add additional keywords in the keyword panel, probably the easiest thing to do is to be certain that I don't have any images selected, so I'll deselect the images in the content window, and then I'll click on the plus icon. Because I have the Beijing keyword selected, when I click the plus icon, it will put it at the same level as Beijing. So for example, if I type in China and then hit the return key, you can see that even though it's below Beijing, it's at the same level. It's just below it because it's alphabetical. If I want to make Beijing a sub-keyword of China, all I need to do is drag it on top of the word China and it will become a sub-keyword. Now, if I wanted to add a keyword, for example, inside the Forbidden City, if I select Forbidden City, instead of clicking on the new keyword icon, I can click on the new sub-keyword icon, and you can see that it automatically creates the hierarchy for me. So in this case, I might want to type in building. Tap return, and it will go ahead and create that. Now, if I wanted to apply the keyword building to different images, I could select them, and then click to the left in the empty box in order to apply them. Let's do the same for the Lama Temple. I'm going to deselect all of my images in the content area by just clicking in this gray area, selecting the Lama Temple keyword, and then clicking to add a new sub-keyword. In this case, I'll add bridge. Then I'll select my 3 images and apply the bridge keyword. And if I decide now that I want to add the China keyword to all of these images, I simply need to select one, hold down the Shift key, select the rest of them, and then click to the left to add the China keyword. The thing to be careful of is you need to make sure you have the right images selected before you start adding your keywords. So it's really up to you whether you want to create a hierarchical keyword list and then apply those keywords to your images, or if you simply want to use the metadata panel in order to apply keywords. One of the benefits of using the keyword panel is that these keywords will then remain easily accessible when you move from folder to folder because we've made them permanent, because they're no longer just under this other keywords area. And if you don't want these keywords that ship by default, all you need to do is select the keyword and then choose delete in order to remove those. So let's go ahead and delete all of these. One last shortcut to just mention, even though all of these images already have the China keyword and Beijing keyword assigned to them, if I did want to add, for example, another keyword and apply the entire keyword hierarchy at once, let's say, for example, that I want to add bridge as a keyword. If the Lama Temple and Beijing and China weren't already selected, in fact, I can just turn those off for a moment. I just want to show you that if you hold down the Shift key and you click on the keyword bridge, the Shift key enables Bridge, the application, to assign not only Bridge the keyword, but also up the hierarchy to Lama Temple, Beijing, as well as China. So you can see how easy it is to make keyword categories and keywords, which will make it a lot easier in the future for me to find these images that have these keywords applied.